friends, you must have heard that the communication is the backbone of any organization. If you have good expertise, if you are a renowned company, if you or any of your representatives is not making good communication, it means that you are not addressing your customers and the people you want to talk to effectively. This will definitely result in retarded development in your communication, in making the people understand your company goals and your marketing and about your product. So this is very important to make effective communication with the peoples you are addressing, and with your clients, with your trade partners, with your vendors, and everybody, every entity your company is supposed to talk to. You have to make an effective communication. You have to understand what are the barriers which are really spoiling your communication level. And if you once you come to understand these barriers and you remove those barriers, your communication becomes automatically very effective. Once your communication becomes effective, then definitely you will start getting the feedback more quickly. So there are some basic things, some basic barriers which are observed very frequently in the communication world, especially when the people of different companies talk to their clients, to their trade partners, to their vendors, and they don't take the feedback timely. So there are really something happening which is not good, which is really spoiling your communication energy, which is really retarding the quick response. So we are going to discuss one by one all these barriers, so that while making the communication we can avoid them. And once we come to avoid them, really we will start getting the feedback more quickly, and we'll be getting healthy feedback as well. Number one, while drafting a message, we have to keep in mind that the person we are writing this message to, whether we are writing this message to a technical person or the non-technical person, a manager, an executive, and at what level we are writing this message for. This is very important. If you are going to talk to a technical person, we can use the jargons and the technical terms very openly, very confidently. If you are going to talk to a person who is non-technical, who is just a admin manager, or the manager which has least or no knowledge about the technical aspect of that communication or that particular issue, then you must not use any technical jargons or any technical term, so that in plain words you can communicate, you can send your message to that person, and that person could be able to decode your message very easily. So this is very important thing, that while drafting the message, you have to keep in your mind the person you are going to address, you are going to talk to. You should not be self-centered. You should not be if you should not show that how brilliantly I can write. No, you have to show that how efficiently I can make you understand my words. This is very important, that we have to address, we have to keep in mind the type of person I are going to address. Number two, if you feel that you are not well versed in telephonic conversation, and there's some sort of accent barrier which that person at the opposite side cannot understand, or you cannot understand that accent easily, then you can request the person you are talking to send the message instead of continuing our discussion on phone. You can request the people in at the other side that due to the accent issue I can't understand your words. So it is very appropriate, it is really reasonable right now so you can send your message through email or through WhatsApp, through SMS, so that we don't waste our time on telephonic conversation, and we just understand what we want to each other. So this is very important to select the appropriate medium of communications, so that everybody can decode the message very comfortably, very easily, instead of wasting the time without understanding the accent and without understanding the terms being employed from any of the sites. Particularly when we are communicating, we are making cross-cultural communication, then you must understand their values, their norms, and the etiquettes, and the basic manners which are observed with sensitivity in that culture. And you should also take into you should also bear in your mind that how you should address them, whether you should say sir, madam, hi, hey, what's up, and good morning sir. You have to start with the words, with the phrase which is considered to be more civilized in that culture. Because if you start your conversation with a phrase or with the words which are not appreciated in that culture, so that will definitely make your conversation less effective and sometimes even ineffective. Because even you start with a word which is not admired in that culture, maybe it is admired in your culture and you even like that, but the person you are going to address, those people don't like those phrases. So it is very important to understand that in that culture where you are going to talk to, what are the words, what are the words which are used for salutation, for saying hi, and for addressing the people they are using, so that you can use those appropriate words to start effectively, to start your communication effectively. If you use any words, any word due to which the person you are talking to gets annoyed and shouts, even they raises he or she raises the voice, so you don't need to raise your voice, because it is not a competition. You have to maintain, you have to try to control the situation, you have to try to control the temperature of the situation, and you have to keep your voice very controlled, very humble, and you need to pacify those people. Because if they speak loudly and then you try to speak even more loudly, so this will definitely this will not create a good friendly environment for discussing further. So you have to remain very humble, but your words should be very effective. You should be humble, but your words should not be humble. Your words should be very appealing, your words should be very effective, so that that person gets convinced slowly and slowly.